Everything's fine. Stand by.
Warning! The entertainment program you are about to experience is intended for mature audiences only. By voluntarily viewing any portion of this program, you forfeit your right to complain about any of the content therein. Our goal is to bring the independent wrestling fan our voices and views on the action going on in their own backyard, and to try to have fun along the way. Please don't be complete tools about it.
Hi-oh! What's going on, everybody? What a moment. Whoa! Wow! We, believe it or not, by hook or by crook, we are live on YouTube, on WrestlefudgeTV.com. Welcome, everyone, and welcome for the very first time, Will Senna, it's Paul. We are coming in hot on the phone. Hey-oh! Hey-oh! On the phone right now, the toast of the East Coast, the diamond in the muff, the Lord of the Lats, Uncle fucking Fat Lats himself, ladies and gentlemen, on the phone, Mr. Chuck Deep. Chuck, welcome to the show.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello! How we doing, sir?
Hey, is that really Will Senna? I thought he was like lost in the jungle in the Amazon or something.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm back, brother. I'm back.
Woo!
Better than ever? Oh, I just saw him, actually. He is here, ladies and gentlemen. Will Senna is here.
Woo!
I love it.
Very exciting. On the phone, Chuck Deep. Chuck, welcome back to the show. How long's it been, buddy?
I have no fucking idea. It's been a long time, guys.
Too long.
Yeah, exactly. I lost more hair since then. I know that.
Yeah, that picture is a little dated.
I was good to you, brother. I put up a nice picture of that. I got your back.
Meanwhile,
I remember the nice comb over flapping in the wind when I came out. It moved side to side. It was great.
Meanwhile, I look fucking homeless. Okay, let's be serious. Chuck, welcome to the show. We have a lot of catching up to do. I believe the last time we had you on our program, I believe you appeared with your tag team partner, former best friend, Bad Brad Wesley, and a lot. I know. Listen, a lot has gone down since we've last spoken. I want to talk about the moment. On the screen, we can see it.
I was shocked. Lay it out for us as it went down right in front of your eyes.
Talk to us.
Okay, all right, guys. So, to be honest, this is a shoot here. I did not see Bad Brad Wesley, Baby Biceps himself. I did not see him for over a year until he came out and attacked me with that steel chair. I had no idea he was in the building. I had no idea. I was just as surprised as everybody else. I was in the me and Kyle Brad. We beat the Monarchy.
Congratulations! Congratulations!
An amazing win.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. And then South Philly's finest, the dudes who broke my nose the other time, came out and attacked us. And I'm laying on the mat saying, you know what, screw this, I'm going to get up and kill these guys. Next thing you know, Bad Brad Wesley comes out with a steel chair, runs them off, gives me a hug. I say, I haven't seen you forever, dude. What are you doing here? Next thing you know, turn my back, hits me in the head with the steel chair, and proceeds to crush my ribs with the chair over and over.
Horrible. Now you're not shitting. That's legitimately a shoot when you say you really did not know that was coming.
I had no idea. Kyle had no idea he was going to be there. Longtime friend, Big Mike Anthony, come save you. He had no idea. So it was just a shock to everybody. I mean, even, Brad Wesley's girlfriend was hiding in the crowd somewhere. It must have been a plot from both of these guys. I don't know what's going on.
Well,
is Dynasty planning against us? I have no idea.
You pose a lot of questions. I've talked about what went down on Wrestlefudge.com. I was moved by it. And I got to tell you, there were people in the crowd that were stunned.
Yeah.
I didn't hold. Listen, I did not hold back. I did not pull any punches when I made it very clear that you should have been the one to turn on that scrawny little rat bastard.
That son of a bitch.
Well, you know what? I got to be honest, guys. I am more comfortable being the piece of shit in the building. But
you excel. You excel at being a piece of shit.
I had no choice. I had no choice. He made the fans like me even more, which is kind of hard to do.
Right.
But I don't know. Like, now I just can't wait to get my hands on him, and that's what's ridiculous about this whole thing. I don't know. He's doing. Yes.
Thank you. I had an opportunity. Not going to go down. But
No.
What do you think? What's it going to take? And is one match going to solve this?
I don't think one match is going to solve it. I want to get my hands on him. I wrestled this other guy, Aiden Andrews, I think his name was, because Bad Brad wouldn't accept the challenge, and I don't know why. I don't know why Dynasty didn't just put us in the match right away. That's what I wanted. That's what I asked for. They didn't give it to us, and then of course Kyle Brad. I don't know. Is Bad Brad jealous of Kyle Brad? I don't know, because we tag teamed up. Well, that wasn't my choice. That was the official's choice to tag us up.
Well, let's talk about Kyle Brad. I have it here in my notes. I have here in my notes right now that hold on. What's going on here? All right, hold on. I'm getting inundated with. I'm being inundated with phone calls right now, and I can't take two calls on this line.
Completely live, and you know what? Hey, it'll happen. Everything's fine.
It's going to happen, and I hope it's that bastard Brad Wesley. Hopefully, and
we can only hope
that he can't get through.
Yeah, that banana-nosed prick.
Whoa! All right, so you want to get your hands on him. You mentioned Kyle Brad and his role in this. No, we like Kyle Brad. What are you doing booing him?
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, we like him. I actually have here in my notes, and I hope you're not insulted by this, but I want you to think about this critically as a guy who's known Kyle Brad probably from his very start in the business. Is Too Rad Kyle Brad one of the most underrated performers in this area today?
To be honest, maybe. I get the feeling.
Listen, nobody would be a bigger supporter of his meteoric rise more than me. I'm curious, how are you going to feel about if he is in some way eclipses you?
Well, to be honest, let me tell you the truth. He probably already has by now. Just with this past year, he probably already has. He has wrestled the Impact players, Justin Incredible, Lance Storm, and he defeated them, defended his tag team titles, PWS tag team titles against them. And now,
that's quite a resume right there.
Yeah, upcoming, he is wrestling, I think it's a triple threat tag team title match against the Handicap Heroes and against the Dudley Boys coming up at the end of the month.
So good for him. I mean, you might be right, but on the other end of the spectrum, you've got this rat-think, miserable, bitter, hose beast in the form of Bad Brad Wesley hanging on your coattails.
That was vicious.
And would you say was it jealousy? Was he jealous of Kyle Brad? Was he jealous of your team as the hometown heroes? What do you?
That's a great name, by the way.
It is. I know you were thrilled. I know you were thrilled about being saddled with that. Let me ask you, what is it? What do you think it is? Have you talked to him about it?
With Bad Brad, this is the thing. I really, truly think he always thought he was the star of the tag team. But we all know, back to our Pure Dynamite commercial, he was the Marty Jannetty of the tag team.
That's true.
Ooh.
That's very true. Yeah. That's very true.
Here's the thing. Bad Brad Wesley would have never been at World of Hurt Wrestling. He would have never been at Interface Wrestling.
Who?
Without Chuck Deep. Now, this guy, he wouldn't even have, Bad Brad wouldn't even have gear. He wouldn't have got booked. He would have never had any titles. We held the ECW tag team titles back in 2009 and 2008 as well. Now, I brought this guy under my wing. I helped train him. And, you can go get trained by anybody, but when you're out there in the ring, that's when you really learn. And that's where I really helped him. And I just think, I wish I knew what he was thinking. I just wish I knew. I have no idea. It could be the jealousy. At first, I thought it was the Kyle Brad tag team thing, but now I think it's something deeper. Deeper, pun intended. But I don't really know.
Well, that takes us to the next question. The next time you get him in the ring, where is that going to happen when people are already looking for that grudge match? Everybody's going to want to see that.
Well, like I said before, I wrestled Aiden Andrews. I lost the match because Bad Brad hit me with the Death Cake Nuts. And then Kyle Brad came out, made the save. He said if he can beat Bad Brad, then I would get the match. He did not beat him. So I'm going to challenge him right here, right now, on WrestleFudge.
What?
The Mall Brawl. If he accepts, or if he's a little punk-ass bitch.
Whoa!
That is huge. Breaking news.
A WrestleFudge exclusive. Live on the program. The challenge has been made. But you and I both know, Chuck, that there's no fucking way that he is going to take this challenge. There's absolutely no way that he's gonna accept this. Is there even a chance?
Well, that's the thing. I thought this guy was tough, man. I mean, this guy, let's give him a little bit of credit here. This guy is one of the smallest dudes on any roster. But he can take the biggest ass kicking, and he can keep coming back, and then he can come back and kick your ass. So I don't understand where this bitchness is coming from.
Oh my God!
Well, he certainly got some bitch assness going. I'm going to shift gears here, only because I think we're already given this snot nose
too much time.
Absolutely. So I'm going to shift gears. You mentioned World of Hurt. You mentioned how you got him in the door there, gave him a huge opportunity. Now, World of Hurt Wrestling last night, back in Whitehall, put on what, by all accounts, a standing room only show featuring hardcore legend Mick Foley. Talk to me about that event last night, because Will and I both had prior engagements. We're unable to make the show. Tell us about it.
Mick Foley, I'm so happy he came out to World of Hurt last night, but the poor guy, he didn't have much energy for the boys after that, you know what I'm saying? But he was a great guy for coming out. He always gives 100% to the fans, and I was really happy Mick Foley could come out to World of Hurt Wrestling.
So, tell us what went down on the show. Give me your 5 best minutes of putting this show over. Go ahead. We'll wait.
Okay. So, the main event, obviously, Jeff Star versus Dijak. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy before.
He's huge.
Man.
He's huge.
Jeff Star ends up going over
I'm
with
shocked.
Foley's help.
Wow. Really?
Yes. Sean Carr, I don't know if you guys saw the match. I wrestled Sean Carr in January. Beat him easily. I hope he can.
On.
Fireworks.
Wow.
Needed Hoss last
I heard that Haas was coming back.
I thought he retired.
Well, and it kind of brings me to another point, and you kind of touched on it too. You mentioned some of the new talent that World of Hurt is booking between Donovan Dijak. You've got Sean Carr coming in. We've seen some other New England talent, Massachusetts locals, for example, coming in the door in World of Hurt. It's got to be a reaction to Swinger Sadusky going down with injury. Danger out of the promotion. We're going to talk a little bit about the Badgers. They're nowhere to be seen, which is that's a talent void. And then obviously, Bad Brad Wesley's absence doesn't really do much to spoil the party.
Wow.
But
we are one thing we can say at WrestleFudge is we are always fair and unbalanced.
That's true.
You guys
Thanks,
are
Will.
fair. I haven't.
That's very true. Now but I want to ask you. Are they on the right path? Do you think that this new infusion of talent is going to make a difference, is going to carry on the tradition of excellent matches, of high octane energy? Can World of Hurt continue to dominate the scene in that way?
As much as I love World of Hurt, I love the new talent coming in. I want to wrestle the new talent. I want the new guys in the matches. I'm tired of wrestling the same dudes.
True.
But I'm seeing Dynasty's trying to come up on their heels here.
They are.
They're coming up. They're bringing in different guys. They're doing things a little differently. So I'd like to see, both companies go at each other. Now I don't know if that fares well for me because one of them want me to pick a side.
Right. Yeah. Eventually, you might have to. Right.
Well, I can tell you, Dynasty seems well thought out. Not that World of Hurt isn't.
Sure.
Seems well run.
Well, what's happening?
And maybe there's a factor there that the wrestlers kind of want to be there because I think it's a little more fair, equal. It's a little more balanced place to go.
Here's what I'll say about the last
That's
Dynasty.
not a knock. I don't want people to go crazy.
Of course not. Of course not. We don't knock anybody.
Never.
What are you talking about?
Except for Bad Brad Wesley.
Well, that's true.
scumbag.
That son of a bitch. That's what she said. But back to Dynasty here. I feel as though, and I want to get your opinion. I feel as though what they're doing well is certainly, especially this last show, just a few weeks ago. This last show did a fantastic job of building some storylines, building some feuds, giving fans something to latch on to keep in the back of their head. Okay, next month they're doing another show. I remember these two having a beef, and I think those storylines are something I've talked a lot about that on WrestlefudgeTV. Will and I have talked privately. We have private conversations.
I'm happy to see that kind of behavior from the Federation. Thank you.
It's a step in the right direction, and that's what Dynasty needs, is something to set them apart from the pack, and that just might be it. Your thoughts?
Something to build upon is what you're saying, right?
Absolutely.
You got to have a core. You got to have a core. You got to have a story to have a core. Thank you.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yep.
Now, I would agree. World of Hurt always puts on great matches. They have long-term fans. World of Hurt's been around, I think, since 1999. I started there in November 2000.
Wow.
They had their hardcore fans. They went away for I think 6 or 7 years, and there's still fans that remembered them. So I don't think that they're going to lose their hardcore fan base.
Right, I agree.
I think Dynasty's trying to build a new fan base in different areas. Because if you think about it, Troy is kind of a far haul from Whitehall.
No pun intended. but basically it's two different strains of heroin. That's what separates them.
What? Oh my God, that's ridiculous. No, I mean, let's be serious though. Dynasty also is taking it to the road. If I'm not mistaken, they're taking it to different venues.
Sure.
They've been down in we want to call that Southwestern New York at Richmondville.
Yep.
They go to Troy. They have different venues, which actually in the long run may create more of a draw and may have more of a following.
Sure.
Richmondville is not that far from Troy if you're really a diehard wrestling fan.
Or if you need really good smack.
Either or, yeah, or you like to bang cows.
Right.
If you're out there, it's good. But either way, for independent wrestling, for that type of behavior, go get a following in the different counties, different areas. Then you have that social media following, which they're good at. Right. Boom, you have a core story that people are now locked into.
And I want to pick your brain on this too. Chuck Deep, local luminary here in independent wrestling. I'm curious on your take on competition within independent wrestling as far as different promotions running. Some people say it's good, some people say it's bad. Your thoughts?
I think it's great. I mean, anywhere I can wrestle more, I love it. I've been wrestling for, what the hell is it, 2015 here? Mm-hmm. I've been wrestling since, my first match was in March 2001. So, I'm not saying I'm on the way down here, but I'm not traveling far anymore to go to shows. I'm just not about that. So I love it that there's shows I can get to that are 3 hours this way, 2 hours this way. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Personally, I love that. I think the wrestlers around here love that, but that's another thing that brings up because both places are not going to be booking the same talent.
And that's the other thing that I like. That what Dynasty is up to is, again, similar to what World of Hurt's doing, bringing in more outside talent, less of the usual suspects, if you will. I can see Dynasty doing the same. And how about Jake the Snake the other night? For Christ's sake, Jake the Snake. Yeah. I think Jake the Snake, a man at his age, to look better than the guy he was wrestling, who was like 20 something. I mean,
I was kind of hoping like. I kind of, me and a couple other guys backstage were like, yeah, man, why didn't they fucking put me in that match?
No, and I had heard that, no, listen, nothing against the young man whose name escapes me. He kind of has the Thor gimmick, Tyler something. Seemed like a nice enough guy. Met him a little bit before the show, but he's very new in the business, and it was obviously a huge opportunity for him in front of a ravenous crowd in Boys and Girls Club, but to basically botch ducking out of 3 signature DDTs, like, what the hell is the guy doing?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyhow, speaking of new promotions, speaking of different concepts, different hows, let's talk about rumors swirling. Rumors running rampant throughout upstate New York. On-demand wrestling, which currently is, let's be honest, little more than a training academy of sorts, and we'll talk about that in a moment. There's been some statements made on social media that they could be looking to announce future dates, potentially run some shows. I would hope with talent other than just the trainees. Now, listen, I don't think there's any secret at all that the man behind On-Demand Wrestling is former World of Hurt commissioner and friend of the Fudge in his own goddamn right, Michael Anthony. You have a long history with the aforementioned Michael Anthony. What are you able to tell me about On-Demand Wrestling? What are you able to tell me about these rumors? Can you comment at all? Do you know anything? What do we got going here?
I know that On-Demand, first of all, let me tell you something. Michael Anthony trained these people up here in South Glens Falls up there.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to get trained by somebody, you can look at guys and say, oh, this guy's never been anywhere. He's never done this. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean
Who would say that?
He just never got his break. This guy, let me tell you something. If you want somebody to watch him, this guy is so fucking meticulous about everything he does.
He is.
If you want to train with him, he is not going to allow you to do it the wrong way. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you, Chuck. I'll talk about it now. About a little less than a month ago, I was embedded with Michael Anthony's On-Demand Wrestling School for one day, 24 hours of boot camp. And I was there to.
Fortunately, he didn't go anywhere near the ring.
I stayed as far away from the ring as possible, just on the.
He was sweeping and getting cobwebs out of the way and saying, "Good job. Everybody, can I get you some water."
Everyone needs a ring crew and or towel boy. But I want one thing I will say, Chuck, is observing Michael Anthony as a trainer. You nailed it when you said meticulous. I would have said methodical. Okay, but I agree with you. Meticulous is just fine. When you're talking about a guy, you want to talk about passion for the business. I don't know a person more passionate about professional wrestling than Michael Anthony, and that's not bullshit. Does he have his own way of looking at does he agree with everything he sees? Does he like everything he sees? Is he just one of those people? Hell no.
No, definitely not.
Hell no. But he's smart and he has a vision, and I think it'll be very interesting to see talking about Michael Anthony as a trainer. You guys train together, is that true?
Yeah. He came in, I would say about, I want to say maybe 3-4 months after I started training with Danger back in the early days. But he was always with us the whole time. It was just a matter of him getting in at that point.
Right.
Another thing is Vince Beach, Nick Neighborhood, Michael Anthony, and I all went to Missouri, and we trained in Missouri with Harley Race's training school with Pro Wrestling Noah, the Japanese promotion.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Michael Anthony is bringing some of that training that we had in the shows that we had at Harley Races to his academy, because he wants you to be in shape. He doesn't want you to just be some fucking slob coming in the ring and just doing whatever because you paid your money to get in the ring. He wants you to be a wrestler. He's not worried about your money. He's worried about creating wrestlers, that's how you create a dynasty.
No pun intended. Right.
Yes.
Right.
That's what he's worried about. And if you ever ask this guy, to watch your match. Say, hey, I had a match tonight. You want to watch it and tell me what you saw. Even if the match was great, he'll find something and he'll tell you, no, that was the shits right there. That was horrible. You got to do this different. You got to do that different. But that's what you need to hear,
Right. If you're going to get better, you got to know. Listen, anybody, you can come to me and I'll be like, wow, that was great. Great job.
Yeah.
But you need to know if there's room for improvement. Michael Anthony's a guy who's gonna hold you a little bit accountable and try to make you better.
And that's the thing too. If somebody comes to me, I'll probably say the same thing to you. No, that was great because I don't even want to fucking deal with it. I don't have the time. But he's ready. Like, I don't know if I call it balls. I don't know what he has. Like, just his attitude about it. He's ready to tell everybody, you fucked this up. You did this wrong.
It's so true. It's so true. So true.
That's what I like about his training school. That he's actually going to create wrestlers. Maybe he'll create some wrestlers that I want to wrestle in the future.
Right.
And that's what he could bring if on-demand wrestling takes off. But now, we all heard the rumors that, he's looking into a venue, he's looking into this, he's looking to start his thing up. If that starts, you're not going to see any bullshit on his shows. You're going to see top-notch, you're going to see the ring 100% quality.
Right. Now, Chuck, is that the best ring you've ever seen locally? Like, let's be serious.
That is, I would say, aesthetically, that looks like one of the best rings I've ever seen in the area.
Right.
He put 100% into that ring. Oh, he dedicated his life, I would say months of his life to that.
Yes.
And that's what he does. He gets into it, and he puts 100%, 110%, maybe too much he puts into it sometimes. But that's just because he wants it to be perfect. And that's why I like that he's training some people, because he's going to expect that out of them. I mean, when we trained, Danger used to kick the shit out of us.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I was wondering about that.
He used to beat the shit out of us 2 days a week for at least 2 hours. He would get excited. He would like to beat us up for a while. He would want to train us to be wrestlers. Now, Michael Anthony's not going to constantly beat you down, but he's going to do the same thing. He's going to get excited. He's going to want you to be a wrestler. He's going to want you to respect wrestling. He's not going to want you to say, oh, I just paid my money. I'm going to come in. I'm going to be a wrestler now. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Now, it leads me to another question here. Speaking of training, you're talking about how you came up. Who the hell's responsible for Bad Brad Wesley?
Well, unfortunately, I would have to say his brother, Nick Neighborhood. I know you guys saw him one time at the Rumble in 2013.
Yep.
His brother, Nick Neighborhood, helped get him in, and then Neighborhood and I trained Bad Brad Wesley together. I would also say Michael Anthony had a little bit in training him as well, because I don't know if you guys ever heard of the infamous Rockshaw 666-337. You guys ever heard of this guy?
No, I don't know what.
You lost me after the second three.
Right. Will can only hand one singular number in succession. You put him back to back, he's out.
Stop.
Done.
Well, this is a guy that hit 15 stunners in one match, son.
Oh, Jesus.
This guy is ridiculous. So anyway, we found this guy Rockshaw, and we're like, all right, he's got a ring. It's in Kingston. It's not too far from here.
Yep.
We went and we trained, because we were training to go to Harley Races. We wanted to be the best while we were there. So we trained at least 3 days a week for all night, and that's when Bad Brad Wesley really got his training in with us, because we didn't take it easy on him. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm wondering. I almost wonder, in those first few months when he was training, I have to believe that you kicked the shit out of him.
Excellent.
Yes.
And I have to believe that your mindset is to maybe go back to those dark days of beating the living shit out of him. How are you going to approach this?
Well, I can bring something else up, too. I've known Bad Brad Wesley since he was 2 years old, because I was best friends with his brother.
You never changed his diaper, I hope.
No, because I probably find he had nothing down there.
Oh! He's like a Ken doll.
Yeah, they talk about the hammer, but I heard it's just a couple socks in there.
Oh, goodness.
that bad Brad Wesley, he's been we all watch wrestling. We all tried moves when we were younger. He's been getting the moves since he's been a fucking toddler, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So I can picture it. He could have some vendetta against me, maybe against his brother, maybe against all of us, maybe against Kyle. He's always the youngest one of the bunch.
Right.
Maybe he's always the brunt of the jokes. But you know what? Maybe he should take it because he's baby biceps bad bitch Wesley.
Whoa! All right, now I like the way this is going.
Yep.
So very soon, I'm assuming we're going to see you two in a ring, where there's going to be hopefully.
Be forgetting about what he has up his sleeve because we were dirty son of a bitches when we were pure dynamite.
That's true. You were the you were the dirtiest duo in the game. Let's be serious.
Yes, and I mean, maybe I got to get my focus instead of being so mad about this. I got to focus on beating him, but I really got to focus on him accepting the challenge. I don't know what the hell his problem is.
Well, he's scared.
On the phone with you guys.
He's scared. He's scared. Listen, I can fudge.
Really, my time watching and seeing him in the beginning of the IWW.
He wasn't. Well, yeah.
And then seeing him in different places, and now seeing him at World of Hurt in the prominent place he has there, in the following that he had there, whether he's still there at the time. You get to wrestle with this guy all the time. I love him. I want to hear the best story you got for him.
Okay. Well, the first thing that pops in mind, I don't know if it's the best story, but the first thing that pops into mind. Okay, I have two stories. One time he did a security job for WWE, and Triple H threw him into the steps and told him, "Fuck off, kid." So we always bring that up to him. Another time he was, I think he was doing a training seminar, and Snitsky was there. You guys remember Snitsky?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Horrible.
So Beach started cutting a promo on Snitsky, and Snitsky looks at him and he goes, "What are you doing, you little faggot?" So every time me and Beach see each other, we pretty much say, "Hey, you faggot, what are you doing?" So another thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know how Michael Anthony is meticulous and he'll give 100% into everything he does. So on the way down, we drove to Missouri, us four guys, Beach, Anthony, me, and we got on each other's nerves after a while.
Sure.
All of us. We want to kill each other. So,
surprise, motherfucker.
Beach, there's only two beds to the hotel room, okay? So we had to put dividers between us, but Michael Anthony wasn't having none of that. He said, "I'm not sleeping with Vince Beach. Fuck this." Him and his fucking legs are not getting to bed with me. So Beach is getting out of the shower. Mike sets up a bed outside the just right outside the door. So as soon as you open up the bathroom door, there's a bed there. So he knows he's getting a shitty bed tonight. And he just looks at it and goes, "Oh, how convenient." And he would not let Mike get to him at all. He was just 100% stone-faced the whole time. And I think that really got to big old Michael Anthony. So that's one thing about Beach. I love tag teaming with him. Me and Al. Al, what the fuck?
Who's Al?
Me and Brad Wesley tagged up with Beach against Jimmy Snuka and Swinger. It's one of my favorite matches.
Guess who?
But another thing, guys, Vince Beach was not at the World of Hurt show last night.
I'm aware of this, and he hasn't been around. He's another one of those guys who hasn't really been around. Can you give us an update? Do you know where he is? Are we going to see him on the back of a milk carton anytime soon?
Maybe. I mean, you might see him on the back. Maybe you'll just see his legs on the back of the milk carton. Beach legs of his.
Well, that's Will's gazing at them right now as you speak.
They're like ridiculously red.
Yeah, there's a hue. There's a strange hue.
Well, back to World of Hurt here.
Please.
I mean, it's kind of strange. I mean, we've lost Swinger, which is, in my opinion, Swinger Sadusky is the best athlete in World of Hurt. I don't care what anybody else says. We lost Swinger. We lost Danger, who is pretty much the creator of World of Hurt Wrestling.
Right.
We lost Michael Anthony. We lost Bad Brad Wesley. And I'm hoping we don't lose Vince Beach, too, because we really need Vince Beach on our side.
Is this an opportunity? I mean, is there a little bit of a side of you that sees this exodus of talent as a little more than an opportunity to step into a Sadusky spot, to take over perhaps the creative influence of a Commissioner Michael Anthony? Do you see? Are you an opportunist in that way, or are you looking around saying, "Hey, the smaller the pond gets, the fatter my lats look"?
The fatter my love handles look. No, I would love to get a better opportunity. I'm begging. I'm asking them right now. Put me in some championship matches, World of Hurt. I'm begging for the opportunity. I want it. I deserve it. I've been there long enough. I'm still there. Everyone else is gone. I want the shot.
Wow.
Well, it's well said.
Another WrestleFudge exclusive live on our program. We heard it from Vince Beach. Excuse me. We heard it from Chuck Deep on Vince Beach, his man crush. But let me ask you now. If you had one message, 7 words, a 7-word sentence to say.
Wow. You lost me
7
again.
words. No, listen. If I swear to God, if you
2 plus carry the what?
Yeah, no, listen. If your 7-word sentence exceeds 7 words, I'm hanging up the fucking phone unceremoniously. 7 words
I
for.
can't do that.
Do it. God damn it, you will do it. By the power vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, you will use 7 words to reference Bad Brad Wesley.
Piece of shit scumbag. Is that 1 or 2?
Were you using your fingers?
Keep going. That's 4.
I don't know. I can go on all day about Bad Brad Wesley. What I really like to do is rip his fucking face apart and shit down his throat. That's all I can.
Wow! Chuck Deep, it's been a revelation.
Shut up and take my money.
Always a
Thank you.
pleasure. Thank you for joining us, taking time out of your busy night.
Seriously.
Wait a minute, Paul Brisbane. I got one question. Did you see when Jake the Snake was holding that snake? It got stiff.
Well, yours or his?
What?
I'm really confused.
What?
All right, listen, Chuck Deep, this line of questioning is completely inappropriate and is perhaps more appropriate for our after-hours show, kicking off around the 9 o'clock hour. Chuck Deep, thank you once again, the toast of the East Coast, the diamond in every muff from here to there. You're the man. Chuck, I don't know how else I can fucking say it, but thank you.
Thank you. And I got one request for you guys before I get off the phone. Please get Bad Brad Wesley on the phone because I want to hear his explanation. He won't pick up any phone calls. I stopped by his house. He ain't going there. He's not at his basketball court favorite spot. I stopped by Jenna's house. He ain't there either. So please get him on the phone. I want to hear his explanation.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the next program, when we emanate live from Studio 68, we will have Bad Brad Wesley on the phone. I will insist on an explanation. And really, Chuck Deep, the only thing I have to say to you is, Guillaume Desaad. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Chuck.
All right, stay home, guys.
All right, thank you, Chuck. We'll see you. Oh, wow. Chuck Deep. Wow. Transcendent.
The man dropped information on us.
He did. A lot. He issued a challenge to none other than Bad Brad Wesley. He wants him one-on-one. We want that for him.
How's that for opening the show, people?
What a
Fired out of
whirlwind.
a cannon.
40 minutes of nonstop bleeps,
I need a
blunders.
drink.
Well, look, show them your glass. This is ridiculous. We started the show, and he's like, can I get another drink? I'm like, listen, we're going prompt. I am a prompt son of a bitch. We will take a break. Let's take a breather. Let's do that. When we come back, I'm going to update people around the world on what's been going on Wrestlefudge.com.
Hold together, man.
Talking about the state of the upstate. We're going to tease the mailbag, and also the highlight of the program, Will, where are they now? You have a lot of questions.
I need to know. I've been absent, I'll admit it. But it was a tough winter on all of us.
It was.
Come on.
Everybody. All of us.
I even think Northeast Independent Wrestling suffered.
Everyone. Everyone suffered. Fans, do not go
I'm
anywhere.
suffering right now without a drink.
All right. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Thank you. Thank you. I sure do. Will Senna, what do I want to plug here? Yeah, let's do it. Go ahead.
Please join our good friend Michael Anthony with his entrepreneurial startup business, Wrestle Buddies. The man's working his ass off, and it's a quality product, honestly, that you can't just find anywhere on any shelf.
Honestly, it's a handmade custom. It's WrestleArt.com or Facebook.com/Wrestling Buddies. There's some previews of some of his work. He does a lot of custom stuff, potentially.
He can, if you have a child, he can do your child on the body of.
Wow, that is cool.
The man, he's an artist though.
That's true.
He customizes the design. Send him a picture.
Actually, he just posted a while ago. If you go on, look for WrestleArt.com on Facebook, and you'll see he just posted a picture. He's working on Finn Balor. It's a work in progress, and it's pretty cool to watch the whole process unfold. All right, can we stop sponging Michael and projects? .com. Will, we were talking about it earlier. I've been really trying, not that hard. I have been doing a horrible fucking job, but I've been talking a lot about what I want to do with Wrestlefudge.com lately. I got a lot of ideas. I'm an ideas guy.
Keep rolling.
Yep. And you can go on Wrestlefudge.com right now if you're not watching the program there, and check out my latest post, which is the State of the Upstate address.
Beautiful post.
Thank you. In the State of the Upstate, that's what I do. I just kind of give my view on the lay of the land as things stand. I talk about World of Hurt. I talk about the Dynasty. I even talk about In Your Face Wrestling, Will, and you want to talk about a shocker.
And people talk back to you, and this is how they do it.
And that, thank you, guiding me guiding my entry into something.
And the phones are not live, so don't call in.
Don't call. I swear to God, I will punch you in the balls. But what I've been getting lately, and I'm waiting until I compile enough good submissions for my next blog post, Will. But the mailbag. I've gotten a couple good questions. Who is the most underrated performer? Which is why I brought up Kyle Brad, because he might be my early pick. Other questions like, how do you feel about the direction of promotion A? Or what would you change about promotion B? So there's a couple good questions I've got. Will and I are always talking about it, so please contact us, Paul@Wrestlefudge.com or Will@Wrestlefudge.com. And
please send it to Paul.
Will has
I have plenty of email.
Come on.
It's up there, but please. I got plenty of email. I have hard enough time. I don't even know if my Twitter password is up to date.
Oh, my God. That's hysterical. Speaking of Twitter, Will, how close were we?
We were very close, and we're there. But you know what? The people at Twitter let us down. It wasn't our fault.
Here's what happened, guys. We're dealing with updated software. We were one red pussy hair away from implementing
state of the art.
Yep. Current technology that would alter how this show would go down.
Alter plate tectonics as you know it.
Okay. That's true. Actually, that's true. It would shift everything.
Everything would move.
Everything would move. Twitter functionality. What do I mean by that, Will?
Please explain it, because it's way over my head.
Actually, I think you could probably drop the overlay down there. It's blank right now.
Oh, sure. After you told me to delete it earlier. You son of a...
Just go to the top, social. Twitter functionality. The way it would work is if you used on Twitter, which I guess is really big with the kids these days, you would use hashtag WrestleFudge in the conversation, and it would live update on the screen. Can you imagine how offensive under social, at the top, create shot, and then it goes right at the very top. Created it at the very top layer. Just we would be able to live stream your tweets. As you typed them in, they would appear on the screen. And you can imagine how offensive you could get.
It's going to be right there.
Right.
You can tell Paul how miserable he's doing.
How pasty. How pasty is he?
Right above his head, and it'll all be strolling.
And I think
it wasn't our fault. It's like Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon. It wasn't our fault.
I'm going to paint the picture. And actually... We just got
I fixed the hyperdrive.
At Ring Rants, watching the program. Ring Rants also has a YouTube channel. Just followed WrestleFudge. Thank you, gentlemen. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the
So coming soon right there above Paul Heads, your complaint.
Well, here's what happened. We were struggling to get this working. We were battling it. Couldn't figure out. Changed my password 3 different ways. And then I Googled it, which I probably should have done to begin with. And it was revealed to me that Twitter changed it.
Twitter blew it.
Yeah, Twitter
Just say it.
They blew it.
It wasn't our fault.
This was not our fault.
It was not our fault.
And honestly, this is
We were prepared and on time.
100%. And also, this is an example of a situation where this isn't Joe Stat's fault. This is one of the very few times
not even here tonight.
he's not even here. But he is still employed, and I want to debunk the theory.
That son of a bitch shouldn't get a paycheck.
You're not kidding.
Miserable bastard can't even play a sound effect right.
So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out Wrestlefudge.com. Continue to support our website with some Twitter follows, some YouTube channel follows.
We promise we will come back at some point more regularly.
Well, and let's talk about our schedule. Listen, let's talk about our schedule.
Yeah.
You've got a busy schedule coming up.
Just one more month.
Okay. And then what's going to happen? Is everything going to be...
Wow.
That's an interesting combination, but I like it.
I played the crickets because after 1 month's time here, that's what my schedule looks like.
But you'll have time for this.
This is all I'll have time for.
So in 1 month's time, folks, Will said his life is going to change. And you know what? I don't want to put it all... Listen, also...
Just put it this way. We're looking forward to some remotes this summer. I am.
If the price is right. Oh, I said it. Listen, this ain't about me. It's about my man Wilson over here. Wilson Senna himself.
Wilson?
Yeah.
My parents did not name me Wilson. Thank
whatever.
you. Like a goddamn beach ball?
All right, listen. We're live. Check out the mailbag. Welcome to Wrestlefudge TV.
Right. Enough of all your banter and telling people about your social media baloney. I need updates. I have been around. People at home haven't heard from certain people, specific people, friends of the Fudge.
Right.
So fans. We're super fans of. I want to know.
All right. So you have questions. You
I
want to
have
know
questions.
what do you want to
I
know?
need
What do you want to know?
First off, thank you for the echo.
Go ahead.
You've all been speculating about the absence of the Badgers. What's going on?
I wish I had a straight answer for you, Will. Here's what I know.
I didn't pull one up for Bam. I only had a stop.
Well, here's what bothers me. I got
stop.
I got the word from a source that they spoke directly to one of the Badgers. I believe it was Bam Badger, who basically said they are done. And that's disappointing. I am going to...
Injury, loss of interest.
I'm going to continue to try to reach out to them.
Frustration.
Yeah. Everything, all the above. The injuries, a little bit of frustration.
You actually knew more than you just told us. I just asked 3 questions. You said to 3 other additional questions.
you also cut off my first answer. So whose fault is that?
I don't know if I cut that off. Okay, anyway.
But yeah, so very disappointing when you think about the impact that in the very short time, Adam Badger was really finding a groove as a little bit of a lunatic in World of Hurt. Bam Badger was developing.
Very talented.
He was developing a personality, and now to find out that they're not.
Well, let's be honest. The kid always had a personality.
Nope. He was developing a personality, and it's disappointing to hear, but that's the situation as I know it. We will miss the Badgers, and I know.
Wow. Can I get
this is the listener's reaction right now. No. I know. I'm with you.
Let's just take a moment.
All right.
Oh, that's the wrong music.
Oh, this one? Oh, we're going to think about it?
What does the landscape look like without the Badgers? 2 solid players.
Right.
A solid tag team, no longer on any venue. This is bad for
We're seeing
independent
it.
wrestling.
We're seeing it right now. You're seeing it in World of Hurt right now. You're seeing. You know that they'd be involved with Dynasty. So again, I am committed to getting more information on this story. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna redouble my efforts to get confirmation.
Let me give you a solo cam if you're gonna redouble. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, redouble.
I'm gonna redouble my efforts right now.
That's amazing. All right, enough of your finger in everybody's face. I also want to know about this guy. He's a vicious.
Vic Delicious himself. He just lost the 787 slap. Whoa! Here's what happened. Whoa.
Wait a second.
Hold on. Well, here. It's a funny story. All right, let's talk about it. So, Vic Delicious was the last 787 Ultimate Wrestling East champion. Dominant in that fashion, okay? Vic,
Absolutely.
He
He beat Dalton Castle, I believe, didn't he?
Listen, Vic beat pretty much everybody who mattered in that promotion. He continues to compete in Dynasty, running in the Troy Boys and Girls Club. I touched on this in the State of the Upstate, which I urge you to read at Wrestlefudge.com. And you'd almost...
That was shameless.
Yeah, I like to apologize for that. But I touched on the fact that there was a match that occurred 2 shows ago for Dynasty where Vic lost his belt to the returning Rob Coleman, who won the title. And I was wondering, was this the Dynasty title? Is it the 787 title? It was very confusing to see Rob Coleman again on top in the same venue.
You lost me. You lost me.
Why?
Why was the 787 title up for grabs at a Dynasty show?
I don't even know if they called it that title. They just said the championship. I have the belt. It was very confusing.
Oh.
That's my point.
All right.
And
Maybe you're confusing people.
I can tell you that it was communicated to me that Rob Coleman felt as though that was the reason he wasn't booked on this most recent show. It was because of my article, which
well,
said...
you're a powerful writer.
Oh, I don't know about that. I did not know about that. You haven't seen my handwriting. Okay, it's fucking horrible.
Powerful. You break pencil lead all the time.
Boy.
All right.
Yep. Is that an answer? Are you satisfied with that answer? All I know is he spit gum at me at the most recent show and asked me how it was.
At least he didn't blow his nose on you.
Oh, you're not fucking kidding, dude.
All right. On to my next update. I'd like to know from the number 1 fan. Excuse me, Wrestlefudge.
He's Mr. Wrestlefudge.
Thank you.
He is Mr. Wrestlefudge himself. I don't know if he appreciates that.
Whatever reason, I can't talk
He
now.
hates that. Bobby Ocean is, I'm going to tell you right now, still very active. No shock to anybody. Very active schedule. He just the other day.
Possibly in the best shape of his career.
Absolutely in the best shape of his career. He's never looked better. But knowing Bobby, he has never partied harder than he continues to. That guy is a hell of a lot of fucking fun.
To follow his Facebook page or anywhere he goes on
If
social
you have an
media,
opportunity to follow him, you have to.
he has incredible conversations with just strangers,
Right.
and then he posts them, and it's great reading.
He's fantastic.
It's really good.
He's a delight. He's
He
a
knows how to
national.
operate that social media, and I can't even with my sausage-like fingers use it on my phone.
You're having a hard time right now. You pressed let's get it on when you were talking
It
about
was way wrong.
Oh.
All right.
This was you. Yeah, that was you.
That was a great segue.
What do you want to know here?
I want a little Chris Envy,
Envy.
a little update. I think the last live show I went to was a Dynasty show.
Well, I'm going to tell you, he hasn't wrestled for Dynasty.
Interesting.
And he's been he's talking about how he hasn't wrestled. He hasn't wrestled. He came out. I know what you're thinking. He came out during Fenris Fortune's segment dressed in a bunny suit.
Okay.
At the most recent show.
It's Easter.
You're into that. You're
It's
into
around
that.
Easter.
You're a furry.
Come on, it's around Easter. Let's be real.
Aren't you a brony too? So
Absolutely not.
okay, so it was around Easter, and he attacked Fenris Fortune and said he's going to wrestle.
Makes sense.
So he is coming back.
A lot of people attack Fenris.
There are people.
Yeah.
Certainly, what I like about what Dynasty's doing here is, listen, let's not bullshit it. There's a good chunk of that. The people in that room who know Chris Envy want to see him wrestle. They're teasing it. It's the slow burn.
Fan favorite.
Very smart. Very smart.
Sells tickets.
Absolutely.
We don't do a lot of these updates, but I need to know. Please, if only for
What do you
our
wanna know?
people
Go ahead.
that originally watched the show back in the day.
Yeah.
Where is he? Where is the Rocket now?
The Red Rocket continues to be where he always was. I'd love to see the guy branch out. And right now, I don't know where he is. I think he's having Easter dinner tonight.
Well, we tried. That's great. Here we go.
Yep.
Next update. Come on.
Uh-oh.
Where
Jesus.
is he? Where's the Beast?
Pierre Vachon has not wrestled in some time since, we've talked to him. He was on our show, loved his appearance. He loved his appearance too on our program. And
He's a fabulous guest.
he is. He's one of the best guests.
And you know what? He's probably one of the best guests that understands comedy, in my opinion.
Well, he's a comedian
Understands
himself.
Ad-libbing and trying to entertain people over
Just trying to do a show.
hour span.
We're just trying to do a show.
Stuff. He gets it. He gets
He
it.
does get it. And you know what? What I like about Pierre Vachon is he's branching out. As I understand it, picking up a lot of steam in the comedy world.
If I can tell people to follow his comedy invites and stuff on his Facebook page, the guy, he brings you to quality events. He's not telling you to go someplace you're not going to have a good time.
Absolutely. Wow, well said.
Thank you.
What else you got? Throw some more at me. What do you got?
Bang!
Whoa.
Where are they now?
Well, I can tell you they continue to be a force in tag team wrestling in New England. You heard from our guest tonight, Chuck Deep.
I was surprised to hear that they were beaten. Honestly, Monarch, one of the possibly New England's greatest tag
Absolutely.
teams.
A dynasty.
Not only for the value of entertainment that you're provided, but the skill level that they demonstrate while they're in the ring.
And they're maybe the most fun tandem to watch in professional wrestling today. I don't care who you are.
I'm waiting for them on the big stage.
It's time. It's time for a Ring of Honor.
These guys are there.
I want to see these guys in Beyond. I want to see them. These guys would be fantastic in Chikara.
Thank you.
This is what I'm talking about.
I was about to say that.
Well, this is why we're a team.
You always steal this shit.
This is why we're a team.
My thunder. Okay, where's the boa? Last time we teased him a little bit. He was wearing a boa. I actually complimented him.
Yeah, you did.
He wears the boa much
doing good. I think
Franz Roddy, of course, can pull any outfit off, in my opinion. And when Fox Vineyard was trying to carry the boa, he couldn't do it.
Well, let me make a point in saying he lost his United States Championship in World of Hurt last night. But still managed by Mr. Man.
One little step back.
Absolutely.
One little step back. This guy's a career guy.
We talked about who could fill the vacuum in World of Hurt Wrestling with a lot of the top tier talent leaving for whatever reason. His step back in this case in that United States Championship scene could be the preamble to
one a two-step forward.
Giant step forward.
And this guy can carry it. This guy can carry the crowd.
But does he get it?
I don't know if he necessarily gets the social media aspect of it and trying to entertain, the masses. But wrestling in the ring, character play, playing with the crowd. The guy's one of the most fantastic New England wrestlers that you're going to see at any event.
A lot of fun.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay!
What else you got, Will?
Nobody can ever forget these ladies. Oh, yeah. Where
my
are they
goodness.
now?
Oh, boy.
It's all in jest. It's all in jest. Thank you for
Chest?
the updates. Yeah, it's all. Thank you for the updates. But honestly, when we were sitting earlier tonight, we were talking about what we're gonna talk about in the format. And I gotta say this. You're gonna put this one over, but this was one of the most pleasurable guys to deal with when you were trying to set up a show and setting up interviews as he was running a federation. The one, the only. Go ahead,
ladies and gentlemen. Max Burton. Where is he now? The man has stepped away from the world of independent wrestling. I wrote about it extensively in the State of the Upstate. We obviously, listen, one of the most controversial figures in the Capital Region scene, without question. You either love him or you hate him. I will always respect him. And I think his presence will be missed in that promotion. I think that vest is going to be missed. Will,
vest.
Tell me the vest.
Remember, how many times did that vest provide us with at least 5 to 10 minutes of material when we needed it? Struggling at the end of the show.
That's so true. Like we were about 6 minutes ago. Yeah. Listen, Will, I want to make something clear here, and this is a shooting from the hip. Maybe one of the most classic interviews we've ever had on this program live was when Max Burton Skyped into our show. Were you sober enough to remember that?
The first ever Skype.
He was and the only. It didn't go perfect, but the guy was.
It went really well, actually.
The guy was
we
poised.
just could never get it to work again.
Yeah, the guy was poised. He was prepared.
It had nothing to do with you, Max.
No, absolutely.
I know Paul's trying to hint at that. It wasn't.
I just put it over. Listen,
it had nothing to do with that.
I just want to say, Max Burton, we salute you.
Thank you. Wait a minute.
Oh, what do you got?
I was at the wrong shot. Sorry about that. I didn't know you were going to salute him.
I'm absolutely saluting him. Thanks, Max. Well, what else you got for me?
So, but you didn't even really tell anybody at home he's retiring.
Yeah, I did. I talked about it.
You said retirement?
I did, yeah.
Oh, then I missed you.
Yeah, I apologize. Yeah.
If I can now put the vest over just one last time.
Oh, please. Oh, wow. I don't know if I can do this.
From a booking standpoint, I could tell you that this guy ran IMFW in a manner that made it easy to access his talent. Yep. He actually set up the interviews for us in the beginning. The man went back to the radio days of Wrestlefudge. Yeah. Not a lot of people know about the history of that. True. And I like to say, Max, thank you for making my life easier setting up the shows. Thank you.
Wow. Oh, that's great. Always
it was all the best.
And listen, I can tell you, he has his own blog now. I believe it's pencilsnap.blogspot.com, where he writes about his experiences in independent wrestling. Definitely check it out. What else you got for me, Will? Will, are you done? Let's wrap this up. What else you got?
I think at this point, we just have a little game to play.
Okay.
Let me just fire it up.
Hold on. Music? Hold on. Let's see what I got here.
So again, we threw this show together rather quickly here in just a couple of days.
We decided 2 days ago to do this show.
And I think the important thing is in this net, is just to understand we wanted to have a little fun on April Fools, right? It's April. We missed April Fools by a couple of days, but I mean, we're
10 days off.
and we're fools.
Right.
Frankly.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to ask anybody, is it ever
We found this picture, right?
picture going way back?
And like, I want
on
you to
the
know,
internet,
this
you can
isn't even-
find it anywhere.
Listen, this is what
This is not a
sucks.
private picture.
Will, what sucks is that this is going to come across vindictive, and that's not at all. What
It is
this
not. It's an April Fool. Actually, we're picking on the shirt. We're
Okay.
picking
Oh,
on
that's a great
the
angle.
shirt.
I'm going to write that one down.
Everybody
This is
in
my
homes,
defense.
everybody in your home right now, remember, we're looking at the shirt.
Okay, let's take a look.
Okay,
so what do we got?
And let's set them up at home. All right, we're looking to find out, and people at home, and we wish we had the Twitter feed up for this. Is there anyone's face that could fit on this shirt? Right? Anyone?
I don't know.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, the shirt.
Like, I mean, honestly.
Look at where did that shirt
All
come
right,
from?
so the question
Okay.
is, what head can make that shirt acceptable?
So, like, you're telling me, like a world leader,
Okay.
or maybe some sort
A
of
powerful figure.
dictator possibly
Sure,
could wear a
sure,
shirt like
sure.
that and nobody
Yeah.
would criticize him? You think?
Let's see.
Let's see. Okay.
You son of a bitch.
It's starting to work for me, actually. I don't know.
All right. You know what? You know what though? I'm used to Putin with his shirt off, and that's not acceptable
Look
here.
at Putin's pasty hands.
All right, next.
Oh,
Next.
It's ridiculous.
All right. That's not a winner.
Now, if you were trying to get away with, like, not paying your taxes, you could probably wear the shirt, right?
I'm sure I'll tax him. Oh, Wesley Snipes. Hey,
It actually looks like he's got an afro.
actually, it looks like the top of his head's been cut off.
What?
Can that be done to the other picture? Like, let's see.
Wait, which?
All right. So
You want to
Wesley.
cut the top of the head off of this picture?
No, Wesley Snipes
What?
does. He makes it look a little bit cooler.
There it is.
What's
Wesley.
with the bowstring? We're doing the whole flipping.
I don't
like
know.
that,
I think Wesley
All right.
could wear that shirt out
Yep.
to dinner and pass it off.
Yep, I agree.
I think he could.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Now let's see if one of the most hated dictators in the world could.
Go back and come back to this one. Anyway, come on,
I
just
think
make
he
it a
can do
smooth
it.
transition. No, not that one. Go back to the original.
Okay.
And I want to see a
You're
smooth.
yelling at me about the sweet.
I'm sorry. I know. Now I'm making.
Oh.
All right. Let's see the
Okay.
original.
The original.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this
And
one.
then. I think he can wear that. I think I've seen him wear
He
that.
may have worn
I
that.
think he wore that with Dennis Rodman.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's a real chance he did. All right, April Fools. There
All
we
right.
go. It's
I feel
remember,
like
we're looking at the shirt.
I feel like when you talk about this bit, the joke's on us.
The fantastic shirt. Bro.
Honestly, I would wear that shirt and then
On the show.
I'd
If
be
I can
buried
get you
in it.
that shirt, you'll wear the shirt on the show.
Oh, not the actual shirt.
Oh.
But all right, well, another fine mess. But listen, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Will, welcome back, man.
Thanks for having me.
We haven't broadcasted since November.
November 21st.
That was our season premiere for season 4.
Epi 1.
Epi 1.
That sounded awful.
Oh boy, but Will, welcome back. It's been fun.
Removed.
I want to thank Chuck Deep.
It did.
You all right?
Everything's fine.
I want to thank Chuck Deep, the toast of the East Coast. He brought a lot of insight. Well, he brought a lot of insight into the program. I want to thank you, you son of a bitch.
Thank you,
Welcome
dude.
back, man.
Wow, look at you. I'm surprised that bad Brad Wesley didn't call in.
He may have tried.
defend himself.
Somebody tried to call.
You should just call the number while we're on the air.
Just randomly.
And maybe actually.
So what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do here? Do you want to do an after hours? Or are we just gonna keep it open?
I think we're just going to keep it open. We're going to take a few minute break.
You want to take?
I think we should light
break?
up the Twitter feed, get the Facebook feed going.
Okay.
If Sergeant Dan Fury is out there, we didn't have him in the updates. And
that's right. That was a faux
Dan,
pas.
I want to apologize. That's my fault. That's
It
my
is.
fault.
Well, you're owning that one. Will, you never accept. Ladies and gentlemen, let it be known that on April 11th, 2015.
April Fools?
You son of a bitch! Oh, I thought he was about to accept. You son of a bitch. All right, so I guess we're going to take a quick break. We will be back.
Probably like a 10-minute break.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. You guys, we're working here. We've done an hour and 11 minutes.
It's true.
Already.
It's true.
And in the future, we're going to try to cut these down to hour episodes. Really, we're trying to get picked up. So, we got to.
Trying to what?
What?
Oh, that's right. Can we talk about that deal?
Not yet.
All right, listen.
Coming soon.
All right, so listen. Let's we're gonna
Do the
step
after
away.
hours. Oh, let me load the logo. Talk for a second about the Wrestle Buddies. There we go. You're fantastic. Come on.
All right, all right. It's It's Michael Anthony's WrestleFudge. WrestleFudge.com. The one and only Michael Anthony hand stitches your bitches for a low, low fee, but not too low. The motherfucker's got to turn a profit. All right, we are moments away from going dark. We are going to go dark. Wrestlefudge TV live after dark.
It's going to get dirty.
That first phone number is going to go live in 7 minutes. 518-595-9405 is the number to call. We'll talk about anything involving...
Are we just going to leave it up or are we going to cut it?
Cut what?
The stream.
No, we're up. What do you mean?
Just going to leave it up?
Yeah, I have to.
Done.
The event. Yeah. Yeah.
Done. After dark.
We are
I
live.
did not mean to get to roll over that on you.
Oh, my goodness. We will be back in a few moments. Don't go anywhere. We are going dark. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, I got a couple things for sale. I got a dip net that I want to sell. And are you still there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you turn your radio down, please?
Are you on the computer?
Is that your radio, Jack?
Yeah.
Hi, Jack. How are you? I think you're...
Well, there's something going on there. I can't hardly. That's on the computer. So you have to turn it off before you call. We get a feedback. Smoke Shop, good morning.
Good morning, Jack. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
What in tarnation's going on with the radio today? Keeps feeding back left and right.
No, sir, it's not us. It's not us.
Oof, my eardrums are ready to pop.
Well, and nobody's having the problem except you.
Let's get down to business. I want to sell a few things.
Well, go ahead.
We have Robin Quiver's Red Snapper. It's a delicious meal. It comes in a black box, and Robin's Red Snapper is very tasty. It goes great with the enema coffees.
Okay. Need your phone number.
75.
Thank you, sir. Have a great
God
day.
bless you, Jack.
Yes, sir.
And fix up those radio problems, will you, please?
All right. Swap Shop, good morning.
Jack, how are you?
I'm doing fine, sir.
I called a while ago. I think something was wrong with your computer there. I gotten some feedback or something. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
So what I was trying to say is I got a dip net. It's good for about probably a 30-pound catfish it'll hold. And you got your radio up there again?
Hey, sir, whatever you're doing there, it's messing me up over here.
I think that's on your end.
No, sir. Good gracious. I mean, hey. No, don't get me that. When you have a computer, you have to turn it or speakers off. If you don't, I'm going to get all kind of feedback coming back to me. Or there's about a 10 or 15-second delay. So you can't talk to me and run on the computer at the same time. It's almost impossible. I'm trying to explain that clearly. Right. I can't. Well, that's all the time we're going to have. Thank you for being with us here this morning. I'll be back tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock. Have a great day. Stay tuned now for the latest news. There it is.
All right. After dark. What? Will? Oh, Jesus Christ. Will Senna, that's about how drunk you look. And that shirt matches.
Shirt is fantastic, I'm telling you.
So, Will, it's about 12 degrees in studio.
So, I apologize. We have to keep the equipment cool. What can I say?
Oh, my God.
I'm just happy that finally, after an hour and 20 minutes of streaming, we're at the good level for upload.
Yeah, I am curious
Hope
to know.
people are buffering or give us a little feedback.
Yeah, I do want to know how's the quality. This is a live program. Yes.
We upgraded. So this is like our first show since the upgrade.
And let's talk about some of the other capability we have here. Instant replay, Will. When we go to a live event.
I can't wait.
Wow, it is really dark in here.
Told you. After
dark is real. But yeah, we will have the instant replay capability.
Or replay even.
Yep.
Why is it dark in here?
It's WrestleFudge After Dark.
I can't see my drink.
It's there. Come on. So, WrestleFudge After Dark is live. Area code 518-595-9405. The phone is live, I'm told, although we've done this before, Wilson.
And it's not live?
It is. It's got to be.
I thought we were live.
We are. We are live right now.
Oh, you're talking about the phones.
The phones are live. Well, but yeah, 12 degrees in studio. I'm open.
You want me to bring up the old weather slide for you?
Maybe. Maybe. I'll tell you. And then I gotta tell you, like, what?
I gotta say,
let's talk about your month of April. You touched on it earlier. I'm curious to know. What are we talking about here? Go ahead.
I have a lot of work.
You're traveling again. When you travel, I get worried. This is what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, come on.
You can hem and haw.
I don't know where those pictures are.
Oh, really?
Can't find them.
Oh, the Will Senna travelogue. which give us a call to prevent those photos from seeing the light of day once again. We'll send it on the road. Listen, I'm lucky that you came back and didn't have like
They were
luggage
loaded.
tags like on your toes. I was a little worried.
The problem is they were loaded into the last version of the software. That's what it was.
Everything's fine. It's all good. So you're gonna marathon. So we're expecting
Just a lot of travel. So after April, let's talk about the after April.
All right, let's get a dual shot going.
Okay,
I'm very self-conscious, but it's just on me when someone else is
I
talking.
love just being in the background without people.
I
seeing
know,
me talk.
I know,
It's
I know,
fantastic.
I know. Go ahead.
Let's talk about May, June, July.
we're jumping
This
April.
could be because there's nothing going to happen for us in April. I mean, frankly, I mean, maybe we can play with the phone cam, which is another great version of something we're going to try.
Commercial cam.
The commercial cam, where we're actually at venues doing live events, streaming from phones. That's right. It's going to happen, people. We're going to have maybe a fan phone we're thinking about down the road. Lots of
talked
stuff
about a lot.
going on with this new software update. And the ability for WrestleFudge to reach multimedia masses, which you're much better at than I am.
I'm better at saying it. Well, and also the whole.
I didn't quite understand it until we got the upgrade, and then it was like, whoa, Twitter feed.
This
and
is
then
stuff we can do.
We've always been feeding to you the live show through Facebook, but now we're also coming to YouTube, and the different facets of the
There's
show
opportunities.
that we can run to at the same time is just really going to kind of give people flexibility. Maybe YouTube doesn't run good on your device.
3D
and
animation transition.
green screen. Screen. That's right. We said it. It's coming to you live. In the future, WrestleFudge will come to you from in front of the Kremlin. Thank you.
Really?
Not the real Kremlin,
as
but
an invited guest.
in front, behind here.
Oh, I see. Oh, I'll feel much safer that way.
That way we don't have to actually go there.
Right.
People invade our phones.
So would it be crazy to say, Will, that we can expect a WrestleFudge TV live episode mid-May?
I would expect us to get back on track for having a couple shows a month. Excuse me. Thank you.
And I can tell you, listen, our viewers and you sitting at home right now masturbating to this show, you guys have been very gracious, very complimentary. You enjoy this nonsense. Somebody oughta. And I'm glad it's you.
Well, we get a lot of positive feedback, and here's the thing.
Yeah.
With time, we can only improve. Put it that way. Only improve.
Which is
and as the software gets better and we start to do more and more
We
live
learn-
events,
some tips.
we're thinking about taping events actually, so we can do some post-production on them and actually make it that much more of an event and rolling them out. It's all about content, people.
Wow, Will. You're right. You're absolutely right. I
Really-
never thought of it that way, but it's absolutely all about content.
You know, and it's content like this that get us ratings, frankly. Or at least complaints from the FCC for putting that shirt on the air again.
It could be. Listen, if anybody can write a letter. So listen, I was not bullshitting. I am going to be actively seeking some more answers from the Badgers on exactly what their future is in this business. I know they have fans that want that information, and
Let's give them a little history. These guys have been around the area for a long time. We were introduced to them, or I'll give you credit. You introduced me to them at IYFW, and
where they trained and graduated. They were some of the first graduates from the In Your Face Wrestling Academy. Very local guys, which is that's what I love seeing, the homegrown guys. Don't get me wrong. Jake the Snake, seeing him in action a couple weeks ago, that was a cool moment. Definitely a cool moment. Great feeling in the air. Mick Foley comes to town, gets everybody riled up. That's awesome. But there's something special about homegrown local guys who can break through the bullshit and make it to the next level. There's a lot of
I'm not
politics
gonna lie.
around here.
When we were sitting doing our riff in the pre-show hours and getting ready, and you said that to me, I gotta say, I was shocked because I've watched these guys since I was introduced, and I gotta say, I've watched them grow. They've both gotten better as time has gone on. No offense to Bam Bam, but Adam clearly
He was on the brink.
On the brink, it seemed to me,
I agree,
to really launch a character, to launch something that would somewhat approach a brand locally that he would take to show, and he was that same character, and people enjoyed it. And I'm kind of shocked to hear it. I hope we're wrong.
Right.
I hope maybe they're just taking a break. Maybe they're getting healthy. Maybe they're fine tuning.
Right.
But either way, I
Retooling.
gotta hope that that this is not one of those things that's true. It's
That's
just a
true,
rumor.
right? Well, that's what I am committed to getting that information. The two young men who made an impact,
And it's gone.
and it's gone, and they're gone. Well, I hope that's not the case. We will.
I'd like to share my feelings about how sad I am about Pure Dynamite.
Yeah.
If I can I get some? Because is there? I don't have that on my favorites for whatever reason. Thank you. These guys were one of my favorite tag teams, long standing, Fed to Fed. I would go and watch these guys, and I'm sad now that they're not together. But at the same time, I am so excited about this grudge match that is going to be unbelievable. When these two guys get into a match together, whatever federation it is, wherever it is, I am going to be so excited to see it. You're welcome.
I apologize for that late. I was looking for the right soundbite. I knew exactly what I wanted. Couldn't get to Guile's theme quick enough.
I nailed that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it was a very shocking moment. And we touched on it earlier on the phone with Chuck Deep. We talked about it. I wrote about it. I feel as though this... God. I think it could have been done differently.
God, please, no.
That's my thoughts.
No.
But it had to happen at some point.
It was like watching two girls eat shit. It was horrible. When you told me that, it was horrible.
I don't know if I don't have the Two Girls, One Cup music. Do you? I think it's in there.
No.
I don't have it.
Oh, wait. I think I... Hold on. Just, well, it might be worth this brief...
Oh, it was bad. Whenever I hear the music, I get a little more.
Well, now you got to put the picture up moments before the breakup, and we'll just let it play. Wow. Yeah, you're not kidding. I feel like I just threw up in my mouth.
I'm shocked. I was under the impression that all this time, Bad Brad Wesley was having shoulder issues, and he was trying to take some time off to heal and maybe come back strong. But no. Snake in the grass comes back
I think bitterness,
and screws over one of the greatest hometown heroes in the area.
Listen, I think it took a lot of balls.
I've got balls of steel.
We just stepped out our fucking sound drive. That's all right. Listen, man. Hey, listen. Don't drown me out with sound bites, buddy.
Whoa! Don't you tell me what to do.
All right. So yeah. I can't agree with you more. I think that whole thing could have been done differently, and I think I would have preferred to have seen Bad Brad. I think it would have been. I think it would have been more enjoyable to see Brad on the rise as the babyface. I think if he had waited a little bit, Chuck would have stabbed him in the back. You know what I mean? I think if Bad Brad had bided his time, and he would have come out smelling like a rose instead of smelling like shit.
Let's be honest. I'm having a little fun with the situation, but any team that's been together for a decade or more, like these guys have been, is going to have some moments, right?
Absolutely.
So at this point, let's just have those moments unfold in front of us in the ring.
Right.
Please?
Yeah.
Can we see it?
Yep.
Come on, guys.
Like I said, when we come back, hopefully it's before the next Dynasty show, which is, I believe, May 30th at Rotterdam Mall, the Mall Brawl, which I like that name. I do admit, I like that name. I want to have them on the air first. Now the question is, will Rotterdam Mall have power? Will they have electricity? Did you hear?
Did
you hear about that?
The question is, will there be any stores open?
Right. I mean, listen, it's kind of nice. You go over to Sparrow, get a slice, huh?
Sell some jewelry.
Buy some jewelry. Right. What's this about, the jewelry thing? Is this a real thing? They got some...
That's where the pawning happened. Yeah. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Dirty sons of bitches.
Inside.
Animals.
Savages.
Everybody home's going, what?
Listen, they've been doing that for the last 35 minutes,
true.
Will. It's live. WrestlefudgeTV After Dark.
And honestly, we're testing technology right now.
Well,
we're running it through YouTube for one of the first.
It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. It's like the third
we've been
time
here
we've
before.
done it. Yeah, but listen, we're
now
doing
the new software,
different bitrate, news. Okay, listen,
it's running.
We were 3 hours before airtime, and Will's like, "Let's upgrade everything," but he did it, and it worked. And you know what?
And we got it produced, bitches.
Wow, very exciting. All right, listen. What did we learn tonight, Will?
Technology's tested.
We tested it.
And Twitter let you down.
How much fun would that have been?
It would have been fantastic.
Would we have been disappointed with the Twitter feed as we are with our in this call-in segment?
Bombarded with hate tweets.
Oh, that's what I want. Yeah. I want to like just yell, "Hey, you little son of a bitch! Screw you and your mom!" And just get really angry. That'd be awesome. That's my
scary when you yell.
Really.
We also learned that we lost in retirement a well-known, I'll say it, writer. He's a producer in his own right. Mm-hmm. Wrestler, Max Burton. Mm-hmm. Let me get his picture up.
Legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
There it is, Max Burton.
We will see you at many shows, I hope.
I trust you.
And we'll miss you in the ring.
I trust you. Very exciting. What else we learned? Go ahead.
That we didn't get an update on these.
We got to get the band back together.
We've
got to get the band back
figure
together.
out what happened. We also learned that I'd like an update from Monarchy. Please.
Let's get Billy King
we get
back
them
on the phone.
phone?
Billy King, I believe we were one of his first ever interviews live
did a
on
great
WrestleFudge.
job.
He was a little nervous, though, remember?
Yeah.
It was very endearing.
Yeah.
His nervousness, very endearing.
So this was me when we also learned this was me when the update started downloading.
Yeah, like, what
And
did
it
I
said
just
2
do?
hours.
You're like, bleh.
And we only had 3 until the show started.
Hey, but Will, it worked.
It did work.
worked.
It did work. We learned that we're back, people.
Sort of. We'll be back in a month, right?
Yeah. It's our spring break. Come on, people.
So what was this last one? Winter break?
It was a hard winter. I was on my roof shoveling it off for 5 months.
Yeah.
I don't know about all you people at home.
Yeah, you bunch of slouches.
I had frozen gutters. What'd you have?
Fuck off!
Fuck you, viewer. Oh, this has been a very
It was a hard winter. It was a hard winter. Give us a break.
Right. It was. You know what? The season, whatever season came before winter, that was also really challenging.
We also learned we can expect great things from Dynasty coming in the future. When's their next show? Do you even know?
I just told you, May 30th. That's a test, you son of a bitch.
I was giving you a layup.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, my.
Yep, big fan.
I still don't think you said when the show is.
Big fan. Hey, you know what I just realized? Ashley Massar. I told you, May 30th. Like, listen. Get the wax out of here. I told you, Rotterdam.
Thank you.
How dare you?
Thank you.
Hey, I just realized that Ashley Massaro, the chick from, she was a former
Chick.
WWE diva. She was a
How
survivor.
dare you.
She was supposed to be at the Dynasty show. I don't think she was there.
Young lady.
Let me tell you, you want to talk about, go back to those shot of
Now, if
bodies.
you called her a broad, that'd be okay.
You know what a broad is
Complimentary.
a slang term for a cut of meat with a hole in the middle of it?
Well, you just told everybody at home that's what it is. Thank you.
That's what it is.
Oh,
That's what it is.
All right.
We're back, and now we're leaving. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in. It's been a good time. I've enjoyed it. It's been too long.
Contributing partners.
Wrestletoons. Let's talk about it. I want to thank them. I want to hug them. I want to clean my teeth afterwards. I don't know. Listen, we've been on the air for an hour and 35 minutes, and I'm confused. I'm getting delirious.
Technology tested. Let's go.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
We'll see you in a little over less than a month. Excuse me, a little less than a month.
A little less than a month.
I think it's 3 weeks.
You want to give a tentative? You want to? Because why the hell not? No one's even watching it.
We'll do it live.
All right, so hold on. Let's go to a calendar here. Well, let's talk about it. So you're saying 3 weeks-ish? Uh-oh.
First week of May?
First week of May is Friday, May 8th, Saturday the 9th. We're saying that weekend?
Done deal.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen. Did you hear that?
Done deal.
Done deal.
Done deal, pal.
Well, I'll pay you to watch. And I'm hoping that Twitter.com gets their API shit together and we're able to live tweet. You can live tweet your questions, your comments.
If not, maybe we can get Joe Stats in here and abuse him and let him man the phones.
Well, let me tell you, it's going to be a complete distraction from everything else we're trying to do. You realize that, right? I'm excited.
Touch anything but the Twitter feed. Just tell the audience what's going on.
This is the guy who took us off the air.
That's true.
Like
Never
3
mind.
times.
Never mind.
All right, listen, I want to thank everyone for watching. For Chuck Deep.
Thanks 68 for letting us come back.
Yep, them too. For Chuck Deep, for Will Senna, and for Paul, I want to thank you for tuning in. It's WrestleFudge TV Live. Salute.